your finances really dictate the quality of your life, think about the lifestyle that you want to live in the next year. Having a baseline like the first, all of those goals came together to form that bigger goal. Hey guys, it's Chelsea K right here and welcome back to my channel. I feel like every time I wear the ribbon, the glasses, the turtleneck, it's always when I talk about money, and I promise you that's not planned, but alas, here we are. In this video we're going to be talking about how to set financial goals. And you might be wondering, Chelsea, how are financial goals different from actual goals? Or Chelsea, didn't you just make a video about setting goals for the new year's? Well, I'm here again because financial goals aren't different. They're tips and tricks, some caveats if you will, that will help you to not only make your goals make sense, but also make your financial goals attainable for you and your lifestyle. I actually feel like setting financial goals are one of the most important things that you can do in the new year. It's one of the most important aspects of your lives you can set goals for, because if we're being honest, your finances really dictate the quality of your life and the quality of every single aspect of your entire being. So you setting a baseline, great financial goals are going to give you a really strong springboard for setting great overall goals for your personal life. So without further ado, let's jump into the 3 steps that you need to consider while setting your financial goals. Firstly, accepting your reality through knowing your numbers. This is similar to how when you're making a vision board or setting like any different type of goal, you start with a baseline. You kind of know the lay of the land. So if you want to start a running habit, you know, okay, I can probably run 1 mile in 15 minutes right now, or I know for a fact that I cannot do that, but you have some sort of baseline to go with. And it is in the same way that when you're setting financial goals, you want to have a sort of baseline to then compare and measure your success later. So let's bring that to an example. If you want to save $10,000, you kind of have to know, okay, I currently make this much, I currently have this much, I currently spend this much. So this is how we're going to try to save $10,000. You wouldn't necessarily know or be in the best place to create a habit or to create a system to help you save $10,000 if you didn't know where you were starting from in terms of, you know, your income, your current savings, your debt, and all of that lovely stuff. So having a baseline, especially in setting financial goals, is like the first step. So the numbers that you need to know to set your baseline is 1, your billable hour. So that's how much you're going to charge for your time. 2, how much you're bringing in, and this is your income from your 9 to 5 or side hustles that you have, how much you're spending and putting out. So that's what you'd have on your budget. How much you owe, which is debt, so credit cards, maybe car loan, and then how much you own, which is basically when all of this is encompassed together, when all of this comes together, what are you left with as yours in terms of cash, investments, and other assets that you own? What can you say is your own at the end of the day? Having this baseline is going to set you up for success to actually set goals that are attainable for your current status. You can't save $100,000 if you don't even make $100,000. Like, where's the money gonna come from? It allows you to be a bit more realistic when you actually go on to set those financial goals. I have an entire video of how to know your numbers and all of that stuff, so you can check it out here. And let's get into part 2 of setting financial goals. Number 2, think about the lifestyle that you want to live in the next 5 years, 10 years, and the next year. And you're going to think about them in relation to the other. If you want to be, say, work optional or even financially free in 10 years, what do you need to be doing by the 5-year mark? And if you want to be doing that by the 5-year mark, say, you know, you want to be halfway work optional by the 5-year mark, what do you need to be doing for the next year that will allow you to get to that milestone in 5 years? So what will you be doing in the next year that will allow you to be, for example, work optional in the next 5 years? So that's how you're going to use a kind of lifestyle and vision board, if you will, and thinking big. That's how you're going to use that to then put it into something tangible, so that, okay, I know what I'm working towards and this is how I'm going to get here, because in the next 1 year I need to do this, because in the next 5 years I want that, because in the next 10 years I want this thing that's even bigger. And I think doing it this way, it might sound kind of like weird or not tangible or abstract even, and it's really just giving you a baseline to bring your dreams a bit more into reality. You can relate to something that's a year out, but it's a bit harder to relate to that thing that's 5 or even 10 years old. And doing this kind of allows allows you to do that. So dream big, girl. Okay, so you've done those two things and you're ready for the last step. The last step is when you're actually going to set your financial goals, but you're going to set them in these three areas: the earn it category, the keep it category, and the grow it category. So the EKG, your financial EKG, those are the categories that you're going to set them in. But this is the most important part, because you're not going to set three different goals that are completely disjointed and disconnected. You're going to set them in accordance to the lifestyle that you kind of want to live for the next year, in congruence with the lifestyle you want to live in the next 5 years and 10 years, but you're also going to set different goals in these different categories that will allow you to live that lifestyle. Let me make it make sense. So for example, if you want to buy a car in the next year, because you're a car girl, period. So the earn it category, you would probably say you want to get a raise, you want to get a promotion this year to increase your income, or you want to find a side hustle or launch a side hustle that will give you an extra $10,000 a month, right? Earn it category. You're trying to increase your income. To then in the keep it category, this is where you're talking about either your budget, your spending, and how much you're saving. So you're going to write a savings goal, and along with that savings goal, you're going to say, okay, I need to not spend XYZ, or my spending budget per month is going to be $1,500 US. That is still parallel, in congruence together with that first goal that you set. So they're helping each other out. And lastly, for your grow it category, you can say, okay, I'm going to put the savings that I have from not spending all of my paycheck and only spending $1,500 per month. I'm going to put that saving in a high yield savings account so that I can reach the maximum amount of money that I need for my down payment on the car, or save X amount of money for that car. And you're going to write these in numbers. So we had one goal that was related to earning more money. The second goal was related to how we're budgeting, keeping, and spending our money wisely. And the third goal was how we're going to grow the money. And all of those goals came together to form that bigger goal, to achieve that bigger goal, which was buying that car. So this is what I live by, and it has worked for me, because in the past I felt like every time I set different financial goals, they were kind of just like disjointed and low-key overwhelming. So if you're easily overwhelmed like I am sometimes, I hope this framework kind of puts your mind at ease. And it's for the girls. So you can spend all the money you want, you can have a fantastic life. You don't have to necessarily be frugal all the time, you just have to plan for it. And how you plan for it is through setting financial goals that work for you and are in alignment with your lifestyle and values. So feel free to check out my video linked somewhere here, which is going to be talking about how to know your numbers and the numbers that you need to know as a girl, financial girl in the financial world, which is everybody basically. And I've spoken a lot about the earn it, keep it, grow it money framework in this video. So if you want to check out a more in-depth video about how that framework has worked for me, then check this video out here as well. All right, without further ado, I'll see you in my next video. Until then, with love from Chels. Bye.